back to sports. I'm Ethan Curtis. The Gator women's basketball team is back in action as they host the LSU Tigers in a conference matchup. The Gators return to their home court for the first time in 2 weeks after losing to 4 straight top 25 opponents. Florida has been battle-tested all season long as the Gators and South Carolina are the only SEC teams to face at least 7 top 25 teams. Through 20 games last year, Florida was just 5-15. Now the Gators sit at 11-9 and have a shot at the NCAA tournament. Much of this turnaround can be attributed to a strong freshman class led by Lavender Briggs. Her 13.7 points per game are the most by a UF freshman through the team's first 20 games in the last 28 years. Regardless of the recent tough stretch, head coach Cam Newbauer is still confident his team can finish strong.
I think we've learned that we've got the fight and the toughness that we talk about, and I say because we keep fighting to be better every single day and practicing in the games. Outcomes have not been what we want, but you got to keep fighting and clawing your way to try to improve each day because there's a lot of basketball left. So just like the attitude and effort that we show up with every day.
Tonight's game tips off at Exagatech Arena at 6 o'clock. Baseball season is right around the corner, and the Florida Gators are poised for a bounce-back season. Last year, Kevin O'Sullivan's squad had a down year for what is usually the Gator standard. After 4 straight trips to the College World Series, Florida finished 34-26 and was eliminated in the first round of the NCAA tournament. The Gators' usually strong pitching staff had the second worst ERA in the SEC at 5.37 in 2019. The Gators are currently ranked number 4 by Baseball America and D1Baseball.com's preseason rankings. One of the leaders on the pitching staff is junior Jack Leftwich. After a down year, MLB Pipeline's 92nd ranked prospect says his team is ready to start the new season.
I think everyone's kind of pissed off about last year on the pitching end because the hitters did really good, but it was kind of on our shoulders, and so we've been working really hard this offseason just to mature and kind of grow up. And it's not like we have the talent, it's just doing it when it's during the game, and so we just need to either have a higher level focus or compete a little more, and so I think it'll be good. I think everyone has a little chip on their shoulder because last year that was kind of on us.
The Gators open their season on February 14th when they host Marshall in the final opening day at McKethan Stadium. It's a busy time in high school hoops as there are a number of games in the area tonight. First up, in girls basketball, Newberry takes on Union County at 6, and at 7:30, Buchholz is back in action as they play a road game against the Columbia Tigers. In boys basketball, Eastside takes on Santa Fe, and PK Young hosts Hawthorne. Both of those games start at 7:30. Also tonight, St. Francis takes on Ocala Forest at 7:30, and in the final game of the night, it's Trenton taking on Oak Hall. We are just 3 days away from Super Bowl 54 between the San Francisco 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs. In what should be a close game, both teams enter their final preparations in South Florida. This matchup features 2 teams with very different styles. Kansas City's air raid offense will be tested against a San Francisco pass rush that prides itself on getting to the quarterback. The 49ers love keeping the ball on the ground, but the Chiefs are among the best in the league at stopping the run. Both coaches are confident in their team's ability to get the job done this weekend.
This team's not going to panic. We're going to do what we have to do to win the game from whatever situation we're in.
And if you're scared of failure and you're scared of the pain that it will feel, then this sport is not for you. And I'm just pumped to have the opportunity, and we're going to give it everything we have.
Thanks, Ethan. Before we go, one last check on the weather.
And today has been a gloomy day across north central Florida. Here in Gainesville, it's only gotten to around 61 degrees. It's currently 59 degrees with a wind from the northeast at around 14 miles an hour. And if you're planning to head out tomorrow on Friday, there is rain for your forecast. And the beginning of the day is fairly quiet. And then around 3 p.m. sees the most widespread activity. And these showers begin to quiet down beginning around 7 p.m. And again, as we head up for Saturday morning, skies will begin to clear, making another beautiful weekend all across north central Florida. Tonight, temperatures will be getting into the lower 50s, 53 in Ocala, 51 in Gainesville, and 49 in Lake City. I'm going to leave you with your 6-day updated forecast. Notice that warming trend as we head into the beginning of next week. Back to you.
Thanks, Anthony. BBC World News is next, and the PBS NewsHour is coming up at 7.
Our news team will bring you another show tomorrow at 5, but your Florida news is always on at WUFT.org. Have a good night.